Welcome to the African Global Insights channel. As you can see, I'm driving. I apologize for the background noise. I'm just coming from an event and I just had to make a video to express myself. There's some things that are concerning and some other things that I want to say concerning our favorite topic these days, the Alliance of the Sahel States. At this event, I'm coming from a lot of Black professionals from many different industries. They, about halfway through the event, a lot of the discussion, like I said, was around the Alliance of the Sahel States, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. And then it started to pinpoint more on Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore. And while the conversation was wonderful, it was great, there were some things that were concerning to me, and they were concerning to me because I had seen them online. I had seen some comments online, I've seen some videos online where some things that were said or were inferred, and I heard some of those at this event today. So I'll talk about those. But before I say that, let me just say that the outpouring of support for the leaders of the Alliance of the Sahel States has been epic. I mean, it's been absolutely epic up to this point. I've not seen anything like this in my lifetime, to be quite honest. When it comes to attention, when it comes to focus of people on a particular situation, just the focus on history recently, a lot of people going into history online. I'm learning a lot, but with the demonstration and other public displays of support, it's been fantastic. I mean, there's been art, there's been music, there's been poetry around this, there's been dances around this. There's been a lot, and it's been great. But before I get to the part, some of the things that concern me, and maybe I'm making a bigger deal out of this than what needs to be made, but I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comment section. But before I get to that, the theme of this video really is, what more can we do? And there's two reasons why I asked that question. Number one is because with all of this attention, with all of this focus, with everyone having these discussions about politics and things like that, there seems to be a window of opportunity, right? There's a window of opportunity for us to actually do something significant, not just with the Sahel states, but just generally, right? While our attention is focused on one thing, we can harness that and actually do something real and do some real organization. So in that respect, I feel as though I'm not doing enough because I'm not part of any real effort, and that's on me, right? So those are things that I have to do, is to try to find those areas where the discussions are being had, where people are actually trying to do things. They want to actually do and accomplish things for our people. So that's one reason why I feel as though I'm not doing much. Another reason is because, as you guys know, recently Ibrahim Traore was in Russia for the 80th commemoration of the Russian victory over Nazi Germany. And while he was there, he gave an interview. He gave a couple of interviews, but in one interview, he mentioned some things, and he mentioned specifically that there was a lot of pressure on him.
Pour beaucoup en Afrique, vous êtes plus qu'un président d'un pays, en fait, mais l'incarnation de renouveau panafricanisme. Pourquoi l'Afrique a-t-elle aujourd'hui tout particulièrement besoin d'un, si je peux dire, nouveau Thomas Sankara? Qu'est-ce que cela vous fait, en fait, d'assumer toute cette responsabilité à seulement 37 ans?
L'âge n'est pas important, mais c'est de la pression, je peux dire. C'est de la pression, il ne faut pas prendre ça, en faire de la folie, de grandeur. C'est de la pression. Moi, c'est un message que la jeunesse me passe, et ça me met plus la pression. Si j'arrivais à dormir 2 heures, j'ai réduit mon temps de sommeil à 1 heure, et s'il ne faut pas dormir, il ne faut plus dormir. Parce que ils ont vu quelque chose sûrement qu'on est en train de faire et selon eux peut permettre à l'Afrique de sortir donc de cette situation. Et nous, ça nous encourage, ça nous remotive à continuer le combat. Et c'est pourquoi j'ai dit que c'est une pression, c'est une très lourde responsabilité. Et je peux promettre que tout ce qu'on peut faire, c'est de ne pas trahir, c'est de continuer dans notre ligne de combat panafricain, espérer que ça puisse donc prendre donc toute la jeunesse africaine et que le panafricanisme que nous souhaitons tant puisse être une réalité. Parce que l'Afrique a beaucoup souffert. Il est temps qu'on puisse s'unir, travailler, se développer. Autant les Africains partent ailleurs, voir le mode de vie et tout ce qu'il y a. En Afrique, c'est possible. C'est possible. Donc c'est notre mission et nous allons l'assumer.
Mhm.
So yes, when I heard this from him, I instantly felt I'm not doing enough. I'm definitely not doing enough. So now, what can I do? There are a few things that I think that can be done. But one of the things that I feel that I'm not doing is that I'm not making the offer to help, right? I don't have a channel to make the offer to help, which is not their fault, it's my fault. I should be looking for a channel in which to offer any help. Now, do they really need my help in these countries? Probably not, because there's capable people there, there's intelligent people there. They probably don't need it, but that should not stop me from offering, right? Just think about it. We have so many bright, intelligent, smart people around the world. On the African continent, in Europe, Caribbean, United States, you name it, right? And all of our collective experience and knowledge, all of our expertise, our ideas, just if it was focused, would form this big network brain. And then we can offer that to anyone. It doesn't have to be the Sahel states. We can offer our expertise to a project. We can impart information and knowledge and that kind of thing. And I haven't found that yet. I haven't built that yet, so I feel like I'm not doing enough, right? But there are some things that we can do on a smaller scale in the meantime, and maybe these networks exist, and maybe there are a number of people around the world have found a channel to offer their help to the Alliance of Sahel States. But I haven't found it, so I don't want to make it seem like it doesn't exist. I just haven't found it. But like I said, there are some small things that we can all do. Number one, we can call out fake news. That's an obvious one. I did a video on this. Let's call out fake news. Let's call out, all of these crazy videos. If you do some research, if you find them to be fake, call them out. It would help the Alliance of Sahel States, in my view, to combat the propaganda that's coming at them. And there's going to be a whole lot more where that came from. So we're going to have to be on top of it online and let them know that we know what they're trying to do, right? Also, now I'll get into some of the concerning stuff, some of the stuff that I ran into tonight, this evening. Call out attempts to try to drive a wedge or some division between the three presidents in the Alliance of Sahel States. And I say this is because online I've seen some comments and I've seen some videos that try to elevate one person over the others, right? And I've seen that with more than one of them, actually. They try to elevate one over the others. Classic divide and conquer 101. I'm starting to see it online a lot more, which means that they're going to be coming out with it in other forms, media forms, sometime soon. This is the way that they operate. So stop it. It happened tonight. I was eating food, and one person made a comment in that direction. And there was another person that agreed with them. And I stopped eating immediately. I looked up, and I shut it down. And I made a comment about, you know, that they're all brothers. They're all working towards a common goal. They're doing a great job together. And that this kind of talk was divisive. You know, I tried to be as diplomatic as I could, but I got my point across, and everybody eventually agreed. So if you ever see or hear people trying to drive a wedge or trying to, you know, cause some separation between the three, call it out and, you know, wave your hands, make a big deal out of it, because we got to nip that one in the bud, and we know it's coming. Another thing that we can do, that I'm trying to do, that are outside of the Sahel region, is to actually read and learn the history of the Sahel region. And, you know, and learn the history of concepts that are the foundation of the Alliance of the Sahel States, like Pan-Africanism, where it started, what is it, you know, doing that kind of thing helps, because now when you have conversations with other people, you can speak from a basis of solid knowledge, things that you know, that you've read, you've kind of done some studying on. And this will help other people. And then they will go along and then they will mention it to other people and it will spread, right? So the knowledge and information will spread. Another thing is really just, we need to organize where we are. Wherever we are on this planet, we need to start organizing. Another thing that I heard tonight that was a bit concerning, and this one is a tricky one, and I'm reluctant to even go here, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like I said, you guys will let me know if I'm off base in the comment section. Thomas Sankara was a great leader for Burkina Faso, and the emergence of Ibrahim Traore, you know, has drawn this comparison between the two. So a lot of people are saying Ibrahim is the reincarnation of Thomas Sankara, and I agree with that to a certain extent. I really do. And based on the interviews that I've seen with him, and him mentioning Thomas Sankara, you know, and his admiration for Thomas Sankara, I think Ibrahim Traore takes that as a compliment, as he should. But I think while it's flattering, we have to make sure that we still see Ibrahim in his own light, you know, as his own man. He has his own ideas, visions, and priorities. So that's just something to keep in mind, you know, as we talk about the greatness of Thomas Sankara. You know, Thomas Sankara had his own visions and ideas and things like that. And in that way, Ibrahim is also the same. He's coming with his own ideas. It's 2025. He's thinking about things differently. He has, you know, some unique challenges, right? That he has to take care of. So there's no issue here. I just want to make sure that in my mind and in everybody's mind that we kind of understand that, if that makes sense, right? That's another thing that I kept hearing tonight, and I just want to, you know, bring that up. So in conclusion, because I'm getting towards my destination here, now I'm going somewhere, it's time to start thinking about what is next, people. You know, what do we do next? What is the next thing? You know, let's start having meetings around, okay, now that we have all of this activity, what do we do next to help? And you know, I'm open to ideas. I have my own ideas, which I won't mention now on this platform, but I'm ready, you know, I'm ready. Whenever the meeting is, you let me know, I'll be the first one there, right? So I think that's it. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments section so we can get some of this conversation started. And as always, I'm looking forward to the conversation. And I'm out. I'm out, y'all.